Within the UK, 1 in 4 people experience a mental health problem every year, and half of them say that the associated isolation and shame they feel is worse than the condition itself. Time to Change is a social movement designed to end mental health discrimination, and their latest campaign aims to encourage people to talk, whether it's the workplace or in schools.
It needs to be raised because there are a lot of people who have mental health issues who never say anything, and so the Time to Talk just says basically talk to somebody, talk to whoever. You don't have to talk about the mental health issue, you can talk about anything, because a lot of times it's associated with loneliness, and so people need people, of course, and they need to be able to discuss things with them. If they don't, then of course the problem gets worse, and that the interventions that you can put in to make it better get more difficult and harder to access. So we're trying to get people to talk at the early stages of when they're feeling down or depressed or whatever it happens to be.
The campaign recently held a Time to Talk day after last month's Health and Wellbeing Board agreed a new mental health strategy for the city.
Well, we've certainly put a lot of time and effort and some money into it. Our public health team has put some money in with CVS to do this, and certainly in the wards, in my own ward for example, we put some money into what you might call a drop-in cafe, and quite a number of the people who call in there are people who wouldn't come out of the house otherwise, and that's exactly what we want to do. We want people to come up to a non-threatening environment, a non-medical environment, and just to talk about anything they want to talk about, whether it's football or the weather or how they feel. And everything that we're doing at the moment says let's catch problems early, let's get people to identify that they need some help early. We've got a scheme called social prescribing in our libraries, where you can go and get a book and have a read about it if that's what you want to do. And 30 Clarence Street, which is our drop-in centre for mental health, they've got a whole load of books which say, you know, have you got Alzheimer's or depression or anything, or has somebody you know got those problems, and how do you deal with them if they do have? Just be aware that somebody might be a bit down and needs just a little bit more help. And basically, if you think it's more serious than you can deal with, than a chat and a cup of tea can deal with, then make sure they ring 111 or they ring Samaritans or whatever it happens to be. It's really simple, basic things that everybody can do.
With the Time to Talk campaign up and running, people around the city are encouraged to open up about their mental health and receive support and reassurance for some time to come. Rebecca Quarmby, That's TV.